Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
That was so loud. It was so loud.
Well, is it just that I'm too loud?
What was that? Was
That
that
was
my
your
ice?
that was your
It
ice
sounds
maker.
so weird through headphones. Sorry, Rue. Hold on. Maybe.
Oh
Sorry.
gosh.
Maybe just let yours go down to the right
All right,
level.
that's annoying
Why?
because we need to be louder. We were not loud at all last week.
Okay, but we're louder on Anchor. It was Audacity
Okay.
that made us quieter.
Okay. I'll trust you. Rue, if this sucks, it's Aaron's fault.
Okay.
Like always. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm Megan the sassy one tonight. Okay.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan the skeptical one.
I'm Aaron the Believer. You're back. Oh,
I'm back and I'm alive. That's the most important part.
I am so glad that you're back and alive,
Oh, good.
and that I get to hear the full story of how you almost weren't alive.
Yeah, I learned some things on this trip. Here's some things that I learned. First of all, I learned that
Well,
I
wait a minute. First of all, remind everybody you just
oh,
got back
okay.
from a
Yes. So my girlfriends and I all went on a trip to celebrate being in our 40s. Last week, if you listened in, I talked about them making shirts that said I was old or that I was 42. They were so gracious. They changed the shirts, which was a very big surprise. And it was so cute. It just said, I am 39 plus, and then it had a little like a little
cartoon.
cartoon middle finger sticking
Yeah.
up. Like, fuck off. You don't need to know how old I am. So it
Oh, I
was
think it was
perfect.
39 plus one.
No, it was like 39 plus fuck you. You don't need to know.
Really? I would like to talk to the person who designed that. Did
It
you
was
ask them?
yes, it was Jacqueline. She designed them.
I read it 39 plus one. And I
Then
counted
I
that
would
one middle finger.
then I would have had 2
I
and I
know, but
didn't
I
have
thought
2.
they were lying for you.
No,
Okay.
no. It was
All right.
basically kind of like don't ask. You don't
Okay.
need to know.
Okay.
But anyway, it was super cute and I mean, I think that's what it was. When she explained when she explained it to me, that's what she said to me. Oh,
Mm.
whatever. Okay, I'm learning more things that in my old age I'm not as quick. I'm pretty gullible. Anyway, it's fine. Moving on, they were really cute
They
shirts.
were
We
very
got
cute.
really cute pictures. We had lots of photo shoots. Boy, these girls like to take photos. But no, it was super fun. And Ellie is on point tonight. So here's the things that I learned on this 40th trip. Um, it's fun to be in your 40s and be able to finally afford to go somewhere nice. I learned
Yeah.
that. I mean, it was a beautiful little city. It was seaside. That's the name of the city. It was gorgeous. It was also seaside.
Oh, interesting. I wonder where they got the name.
Right, right. It's like they figured some things out there. But also this was the nicest place I'd ever stayed in,
Yeah.
but it was also like pristine and everything was white and like beige
Oh,
and like wicker. Everything was wicker. It was gorgeous.
yeah. That makes a Clem very nervous.
Oh, I was so nervous. I like didn't touch anything inside. I stayed outside as much as I could. Like the only time I went inside was to pass out in my bed, in my very white, beautiful bed. But I was like, oh, this is so scary. So anyway, here are the lessons I learned. Number one, I am old. I
Oh,
am not. I cannot party like I'm in my 20s.
okay.
There was a lot of day drinking and then getting up the next day and day drinking again. And by like day 3, I was like, whoa, this is a lot.
Yeah.
My body could feel it a lot more than like when in my 20s when I could just do that and it was no big deal.
Right.
But we sure bought enough alcohol, like we thought we were in our 20s. So that was lesson number 1.
Was everyone else feeling that way by day 3?
You know, there's some round it's those 2 years. It's those extra 2 years, I think, that I really had on them. I tried. I was trying to pretend my best that I was hanging in there like a champ, but, whew, however, I also learned the very hard way. This is the big lesson. This was the kicker, that almost kicked the bucket for me. Um, I learned that anchovy butter paste is not created equal.
Oh, well, okay.
Yep, I've heard this, right? I've
Yeah.
always heard this, but I've never had an experience really where I'm like, "Really? Is it really?" Oh, it really is, Aaron.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and let you know. And for new listeners who don't know what anchovy butter paste is, go back to the episode that's titled Anchovy Butter Paste.
It's our funniest episode.
It really is. It really is. Go back and listen to that episode, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about if you cannot use your context clues to figure it out now. Nightly pacing.
I know. She's
When you're sitting here watching TV, does she ever do this?
no, because I don't watch TV out here. I go to my
Oh,
room.
okay. So she's like snuggled up in bed with you.
Yeah. And she wouldn't do it if I was snuggled up in bed with her,
Yeah.
which I've decided I think we need to take our next money from Anchor
Uh-huh.
and get mic stands and start doing it on the couch in the back, but have her
Ooh.
keep her down on the floor,
Okay.
which we can do.
Yeah.
It'd be hard at first, but she'll get used to it.
Okay. So basically what happened, sorry, I know she's going to walk back in any second. I'm just going to stop. Basically, I took a little bit of anchovy butter paste
Okay.
from a friend who is a baller, who is like bionic woman. Nothing phased her. It was amazing. Oh, I flipped the lid. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. Oh, now she's drinking freaking water. I'm so sorry.
Come lay down.
Yeah.
Should I get a beer while I'm waiting on her?
Normally we're talking right now. I'm like, I need to go to sleep.
I'm going to take this time to just rest my eyes.
I closed my eyes at the light tonight and was like, Nora, tell me when it's green. I'm so tired. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. No, you just went out. You do not have to go out.
Look, get a blanket. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Lay down.
Good girl. Lay down.
Now you're waiting on me. Okay.
Last thing you said was she's a baller.
Like nothing phases this woman. It's pretty incredible. She never faltered all week long. She felt brand new every morning. Do not know how. Anyway, good genes, I guess. I really don't know. But anyway, she gave me some anchovy butter paste. I took some, like, 30, 40 minutes later. I'm like, I feel nothing. And everybody else is having a good time laughing. I was like, I'm good. I'm not, y'all are funny, but you're not as funny as you think you are. And I would think you're a lot funnier if I were on the same level. So I decided to take a little bit more. And let me tell you, that was a wrong move. I should have just been happy. Oh, I should have just settled. So anyway, all of a sudden, they're trying to get this game. They're trying to get like Dirty Taboo, the game Taboo, but like the dirty version open.
I didn't even know there was a
It's
dirty
called
version.
Nighttime Taboo.
Ew,
It's kind
I
of
don't
gross.
like that.
Right. I would rather them just call it Dirty Taboo.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I also don't like that because that's our family game that we play every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. But, whatever. When in Rome. But we were going to play this game, but they couldn't get the box open, which, of course, they're all dying laughing, thinking it's funny. I was waiting for it to be funny. Instead, it's like all of a sudden it was like, vroom, and it was like I was in a play. Like I was sitting back and they were like performing this play for me. And I was like, this is such a weird feeling. Why does it feel this way? But it was like I couldn't talk.
Huh.
I felt like it was just the strangest experience I've ever had. So I was like, I'm going to go sit outside and get some air. It rained a lot on our trip, which was also a lot of fun. But we made the best of it. So I went outside to sit on the patio, and then I became like glued to the chair. Like could not get out of this chair. Everything was in very slow motion. In fact, two friends came out to join me, and my friend Joanna was like, she said, and she's like, are you like me? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm something. And so long story short, I don't even know if this is entertaining or funny. She's like, what would you do? Because we had a little swamp right behind us. What would you do if an alligator came up on this like landing right now, like a gator?
Yeah.
And I'm just listening. There's like 3 or 4 girls out there, and they're all telling what they would do, like how they would handle it, how they would like go into action, blah blah. And they get to me, and I could barely speak. I think I like answered 10 minutes later after this conversation was done, and I was like, "I die." And they all looked at me, and they're like, "What?" I was like, "Die. I would die." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "The gator would eat me. I can't get up out of this chair." And then they're like, "Oh no." So anyway, that caused a lot of laughter. It was very funny until it wasn't. And then I ended up
Oh.
spending the rest of the evening throwing my guts up, heart palpitations, pretty much thought I was going to die. My phone was
Oh.
out. My friend Beth, she was so good, took such good care of me. But don't worry. Oh, wait, I wasn't going to say that part. I wasn't going to call her out by name. Sorry, Rue. Erase that part. Beth took such good care of me. She came in and, gave me a with cold washcloth, all that fun stuff. Because that's the other part. When you have good friends in your 40s and you're partying with your friends who are all now moms,
Yeah.
they all go into action. That is kind of a
I
lovely
was
part.
always that friend even when I was
Yeah,
young.
I was too. I think we have just good friends and we are good people, but they all went into action. So it was really nice. But then, of course, I felt really guilty. Anyway, yada, yada, yada. Is this all so boring?
No.
Okay. So, well, I know not to you because
Oh.
you're my sister, but you think they'll all think it's boring?
Okay, Rue, if you think it's boring, cut it, but I don't think
Okay.
so.
Uh, but at one point, she brought me my phone and she's like, Meggie, I'm charging. They all call me Meggie. Meggie, I'm charging your phone right outside here. If you need it, it's right there if you need to call James. No, I was not thinking about calling James. I was like, I need to call 911. And I was like, I'm not going to tell anybody. And then maybe I can just tell them to like go up the back way so
Oh my
nobody
gosh.
can know.
That would have been so embarrassing.
Aaron, that's what I thought. Finally, like I had this moment where I was like, bitch, get your shit together.
Oh my gosh.
You are Meghann Clem. Like you have partied. I haven't partied like extreme, but I've had some fun times in my life. And I thought if at age 42, you're the girl on the trip who secretly calls an ambulance because you took a little too much anchovy butter paste, you will never live it down.
Oh
This was
gosh.
my thought process. This is literally what I'm telling myself. So I talked myself through it, and then I just finally passed out and went to bed. And the next morning, still felt like shit, but I was not high anymore. And I was so glad. I've never been so, like, I thought at one point I did say, how long is this supposed to last? And my friend said, oh, like several hours. And again, like 10 minutes later, after the conversation had gone on, I was like, that's a lot of hours. Like that's too many hours to be stuck
Yeah.
like this. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'll retire that
No,
anchovy butter paste.
listen,
I mean, you
don't
don't know
do
what I went
medical
through, girl.
grade. Don't do medical grade. Whatever.
Ooh, it was
Anchovy
bad.
butter paste.
It was bad.
And don't do a whole one. Charlie right now is yelling at you so hard.
Hmm.
Charlie
This is true.
says do a quarter.
Well, Charlie is a smart woman, smarter than me. She unplugged
Also, I'm
something.
not quitting. So
She just unplugged something.
just kidding. That dog is really annoying. Wait till she's done before I plug it back in.
Right.
And she's gonna be like, what? Are you coming to me?
Mhm.
I see you, dog. Excuse me. That was
Beautiful.
gross. I kind of forgot that Rue was editing.
Well, and also, I might need to mention for all of the people out there who are like, what's the word?
I don't know.
Regulars,
Oh, okay.
regular anchovy, but who are like, what in the world did you take? I'd also been drinking quite a bit. We were day drinking. It was raining. We started off early with, Bloody Marys, went to Penblomas. We were doing it. Right. So there is that. Like if
Yeah.
I ever do again, it will be alcohol free because I would not recommend it to the youngest, hippest, coolest people out there, to anybody. Like at this age, I can't. So I'm just so glad I survived. I really
am
thought there
too.
for a minute, like, this is it. This is it. Right. Macy James told me like 2 days before I left, I really feel like you're going to die soon. Uh, you know, she's been telling me that, for a while since she
Yeah.
could talk. So I kind of take it with a grain of salt. But in that moment, that did go through my mind. I was like, oh
Oh my gosh.
she could have called it. This was it.
It would have really gone down as a really like awful way to die that you, like, left your
Could
kids
you
on a parent trip.
imagine? And
Like, you're like,
just
"I'm going on a girls'
going
trip. Bye, family," and
partying.
then you died of a anchovy butter paste.
Overdose.
Oh. Oh my gosh, first ever.
If that ever, yeah, the first ever. Well, yeah, I kept thinking about that video. Or there's like some YouTube video or like a clip of I think he's a police officer who took some of the stuff that he had confiscated and had to turn himself in because he thought he was dying. And he was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
time is moving so slow. I also thought about him. I'm like, oh, I get it. I understand. I laughed really hard at that video. And now I'm like, oh, no, I don't think it's funny. I get it. So just listen, all of you friends out there, don't be afraid of it. Just don't do like I do. I do this with everything. I'm like, oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not, I overindulge. Just be cool. Just be cool.
Be cool.
I was not the cool girl. I was not being cool. But let me tell you what, I wasn't the only one. The next day, I had to go into full mom gear and take care full mom mode and take care of another one of the ladies. So I was redeemed.
Oh, good.
And that one was on the beach. So that was
Oh.
in public.
Oh,
Ouch.
no.
But it's fine. Handled it. We all handled it well. We all went into action. We definitely did like Weekend at Bernie's style.
Oh my gosh,
this
I hope
friend.
not. Oh,
Uh,
just for them.
Just for them, you
They
know, like
they did survive, though.
we had to prop her up at one point and make sure the security guard didn't realize what was going on.
Oh my
Sunglasses on. I mean, we had a blast. We had a really good time.
She came back, though, right?
She did come back. She was not fully gone. She came back as well. We both high-fived at the end, like in the trip, like we survived. Hey, who knew? But we had a blast and we laughed harder than I have laughed in a long time, other than when I do this podcast with you, of
okay,
course. But it was a great time.
Good. Well, I'm glad you went. Well, while you were gone, I got to start in my second guest appearance on a podcast.
What?
In
Look at
fact,
you. Look
it
at
was
you.
a live podcast in front of an audience of about 200 people.
Aaron, is this where you're telling me you're leaving me?
No,
Well,
No.
what is this? What are you talking about? Why haven't you told me this yet?
because it was kind of last minute.
What now? Okay, go on.
So
200 people live. Aaron, that's way bigger than what we are.
no, wait, just
Okay.
wait for it.
Okay.
There are these two fifth graders at my school
Oh my God.
who have started a podcast, and they eat sour candies.
Oh,
and
I thought you were going to say
interview-
something else. Okay.
What did you think I was?
Well,
gonna
I'm still
say?
in anchovy butter paste. I'm like, wait, what? Sour. You can cut that part, Rue. Sorry.
Golly.
I did kill some brain cells.
Sales.
Some brain cells.
Yeah, cut all that. Please don't put that. They were not doing anything illegal.
Okay. They eat sour candy.
They eat sour candies and they try to get progressively more sour throughout the interview.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then they just ask you like little questions.
That's so cute.
Yeah, they've been doing it for about 4 or 5 episodes. And the episodes are about 5 minutes long.
Oh my gosh, I want to hear one.
I know
That's
they
so
are
cute.
really cute. They're very cute.
Do they
So-
react really big when the candy's
Yeah,
getting sour?
the little girl. There's a little girl and a little boy, and the little girl spits it out almost every time. She's like, I can't handle it. I'm like,
That's so cute.
It is really sweet. So because Miss Mindy and I both have podcasts. Oh, I should shout out her podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta double check. Take this part out so it sounds like I know exactly what it's called. Nope. Hold on. Lots of waiting around for this intro. Sorry.
Permish. That was hilarious, Stephanie.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I really should have had this ready. I'm so sorry. Did you see that we were in Jack Harlow's music video? Bloom Elementary was?
Oh, I thought you meant my skeptical sister.
Oh,
And I was like, look, I don't even know who Jack Harlow is. I just know that everybody's freaking out about him. I'm like, he looks like he just woke up from,
yeah,
12th period
right.
math class.
Fully.
I don't think there's 12 periods in math in the day. 6th period, 12th grade math class is what he looks like he woke up in.
Right.
Wearing the same hoodie he's worn for 2 months because that's what my 12-year-old does. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I don't know anything about him, but
I don't even know. I could not sing you one of his songs right now.
Oh, here it is. Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing me one of his songs.
No. Yeah.
Got excited for a minute.
Okay. All right. Now pretend like I just said this actually.
Okay.
Her podcast is Our Nerdiest Thing.
Oh, I think I feel like
Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Go lay down, Ellie. You could have walked around. Lay down.
Fine.
Don't you
But I'll unplug this again.
Lay down. Ellie, Sexton, quit.
Here, you want to put it by me? And there's no plug? Come here, Ellie. Come here.
This is Rue's last episode. She's gonna quit.
Oh, I thought you were being serious for a minute. Come here.
I mean, I hope I'm not.
Remember that gold mark? Like, what? For real? I'll stop joking, Rue, about paying you. Because I know we don't pay you enough. Okay. Lay down, Ellie. You got this, girl. You're okay. Good girl. Okay.
Okay, her podcast is called Our Nerdiest Thing.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, and she's got her two best friends, and they talk about books. I think they go through a whole
Cute.
series. I haven't gotten too into it yet because I want to read the book that they're
Oh,
like dissecting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I can't listen yet because I want to read that first before there's spoilers.
Right.
But we actually both had to talk off air before, and I was like, I don't want our kids to know what my podcast is. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't either. We definitely do not talk about things that they can listen to. I'm like, we talk about vibrators a lot. So anyways, like if it was just cussing, you'd be like, whatever. But
right. No, we talk about adult things.
They're adult conversations.
And I want to have the freedom to talk about adult things because guess what? I'm around children all the fucking time. This is the only time I don't get to be around children is this moment right here.
Exactly. It's wonderful. I mean, not that I don't love those kids, but
they're
great.
It's
fine.
They're great.
So anyways, so we told Jack, because Jack was the one who was like, you should interview them. They both have podcasts. And we're like, okay, but can we not mention the podcast?
Yeah.
He was like, well, what if we mention it that you have podcasts, but we never say the name? I'm like,
they're gonna all ask.
They did, and they have been. And I'm like, I'll tell you when you're.
And you don't think they're gonna?
At least
they're gonna Google. These kids are smart. Aaron Sexton podcast. Boom. My skeptical sister.
Girl. I don't know. We've already been in the Leo. I've already had students listen, but if you are listening right now, you better turn it off. So anyways, we did this interview. It was really cute. I got to tell them my ghost story about the Bloom ghost.
Oh, cute.
And they were like riveted. So I've been getting questions, and I've had little kids tell me their ghost story about what happened at Bloom. I'm like, I love it. This is great. It's been really, really cute. So the best candy I had was so gross.
So you all get to eat candy too.
Oh yeah, we eat sour candy as it goes. The first one was delightful. It tasted like a sweet tart. Second one was in the shape of a toilet.
Ew.
And
yep. Miles told me about this, and I was like, why in the world would your Aunt N be eating this? So this all makes sense now.
Yeah, the little sucker that you dip into the sugar that's in the toilet is in the shape of a plunger.
Oh, that's so gross.
It was the best candy I think I've ever had. It's my new favorite candy.
Of course.
I think it's called Sour Flush.
Oh,
it was just so good. It was so gross. Like the concept was disgusting.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I won't judge you if you don't judge me for my adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Sour Flush. Yeah. Miles came home and was like I overheard him talking about candy. He's like, I really want to try this candy and loves it. And I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, goes on about it being in a shape of a toilet, and I just finally just tuned him out because I'm like, you're making this shit up. Like you're just going too far to the left. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, believe your kids.
Okay, well, I will never not. Yeah,
No,
that's not true. I will never do that. Yeah, I'll always second guess. Oh, that's great. Too fun. Well, really all right, you're a celebrity. It's
official. I'm in the books.
Too cute.
All right, you ready for some stories?
I think so. Other than we need to read them because we are cold.
Cold reading.
Cold reading. Rue, that's what you get paid for. Quit complaining. She complains every week.
Okay. I think it's my turn to go first.
Erin tells me every week, read her email. It's so sweet. Because I don't read emails. I don't do all that shit. But when you do, I do.
When I tell you to read them, you do.
No, I mean, when Rue writes one in, I'm like, oh, let's see what Rue said now that you told me how nice she is. So never stop doing that, Rue.
Well, it's like she knows because she always addresses them to me, and then she's like, tell Megan.
I know. Yeah. You already know my personality. It's great. Okay, you gonna read Shelby or Angie?
I'll read Shelby.
Okay, I'll read Miss Angie.
Okay. Shelby has 2.
So Shelby's got one all the way back from February 28th, and she actually DM'd me and said, I sent because I guess in the last one we said we're getting low on stories.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure you all got that one. And she said, because it's a good one.
Okay.
So you might go back to the one on February 28th and do that one.
Okay. Why is my phone not letting me go back until March 29th?
I found a few articles on the Google Help Center.
Google, you're so creepy. I'm not talking to you.
Nobody even said that catchphrase that gets you going.
I wish I had a catchphrase that got me going.
Oh, I do, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is.
What's your catchphrase that gets you going? A catchphrase? Like something somebody can verbally say?
I know. I can think of a couple. Okay.
I got the dishes tonight?
Yep. There it is. There it is.
Okay. There we go. I just had to look her up.
Okay. You going first or me?
I'm going first.
Okay.
Okay. What?
So sorry. Don't know why I felt the need to go back and tell you why I laughed so hard a minute ago. We just move forward and I could tell you when it's my time. Go ahead.
How you doing?
Not good. Did you not hear my story before? I mean, shoo, things got real. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to read the story from Shelby.
Hi, Shelby. We sure do love you.
And our subject line is Demon Dogs and Shitty Kitty be acting creepy AF.
They be acting creepy AF.
You feel like mom when you watch a movie and you just repeat things that are happening on screen.
Yeah, but you didn't read it very smoothly. I felt like I had to go back and reread it for you.
And bitch. Okay. I don't see you for a week and then you come back and critique my reading?
I mean, I just felt like it could have been a little smoother. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Let
You
me start
called me up
over.
and read.
Let me start over.
Okay, go.
Demon Dog and Shitty Kitty being acting. I can't do it. I can't say be acting. No, I don't want
to do it for you.
I do not want you to do it for me, you jerk face.
Because I nailed it. Be acting. Don't look at it. You can do it when you don't read it.
No, I can't read the first part.
Be acting creepy AF.
Demon Dog and Shitty Kitty be acting creepy AF.
There it is.
Oh, you're such a jerk. Okay, here we go. Hello, ladies. It is I, Shelby. Well, I got something for you, and I'm sure Meghann will tell you. Heck on it. We should have pre-read this. I'm sorry. Rude.
Well, and Shelby is really good at writing like she talks.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
It is a little bit.
Oh, take that out.
Because we don't really talk like Shelby talks, so it's a little. She's a little bit hipper, a little bit younger, a little bit cooler. Probably does a whole gummy. Doesn't even phase her.
You did a whole gummy, but it did phase you.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. She could probably get away with it, not me.
Okay. Hello, ladies. It is I, Shelby. Well, son of a freaking bitch. I'm going to stop this for a minute, and I'm going to start our next segment after I get a new beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, after I read it. Smarter and kinder.
I thought that was professional, but whatever.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yep,
That's what I meant. That's what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, so this is Shelby's story. Demon Dog and Shitty Kitty be acting creepy AF.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Hey, ladies, it is I, Shelby. Well, I got something for y'all, and I'm sure Meghann will tell me it's some random child in my house or
Probably.
The wind.
Mm-hmm.
I love that she's like, it's not a kid.
Yeah.
There's no kid.
Quit telling me it's a kid.
That's what you say every time.
Well, not Shelby. Every time.
For Shelby, every time it's been Shelby, you've been like, it's a random kid in your neighborhood.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I shall tell my tale that happened the other weekend.
Okay.
It's a shorty, but hey, it's a story, right? Mm-hmm. And absolutely, if you got a little short story, send it in.
Yes, please.
Rarely, we like the short ones. Just kidding. Just kidding. That was a dirty joke. We actually do like short stories.
But when in a pinch, it'll do.
Don't say pinch right now. Okay, so the week of Valentine's Day, this has been sitting in our inbox. Sorry, Shelby, we're finally getting to it. But so the week of Valentine's Day, I finally got my yearly allergy sickness. Migraines, snot, you name it. Ew. I got it. I could have passed. Oh, yeah, I don't understand. Okay, Shelby's about to say an expression that we need to talk through because I don't understand it.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I could have passed as a boy going through puberty trying to make a living as a call girl.
Huh. Hold on. Hold on.
So their voice is cracking.
Oh.
Going through puberty?
Okay, as a call girl.
I'm so confused.
Is the call girl like the same as a sex worker? A call girl.
I would think. I don't know. I don't understand
When
it.
I hear the term call girl, I think sex worker.
Me too.
So a boy going through puberty trying to be a sex worker? Is that what we're saying? That just seems inappropriate all around, Shelby. Get your shit together.
Shelby,
I hope you don't have stray kids in your house the way you're talking.
I just need you to explain it because I bet it's funny, but I'm not there with you yet.
Yeah. Does it have to do with their voice or their acne? Do call girls have a lot of acne? What's going on? Greasy hair? I don't know. I'm confused.
I feel like it's voice related. Boy
Okay.
boy going through puberty, acne too. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Okay, so anyways, in hindsight, it came at the right time. My father-in-law's brother and wife came down to visit, so they were having dinner that night. As much as I wanted to see them drink themselves silly, I stayed home. For the most part, I had been staying upstairs in darkness. So when Pat left, I think Pat is their partner.
Okay.
So when Pat left to go visit, I went downstairs to watch some movies. Loki, my dog, is an interesting demon dog, but I adore him. For the most part, he is not a cuddling kind of dog, but he laid right on my lap as soon as I got on the couch.
Oh.
I started my movie and just enjoyed having my baby lay on me. I assumed he just figured I wasn't feeling well and just wanted some lovin's. I love that dogs really do pick up on that. Like
They
you don't feel
definitely do.
good and they'll just like, oh, that's fine. I won't walk around and be annoying during a podcast. They'll just snuggle you and be so sweet. Not that I'm talking from any experience.
Yeah.
Ellie's always a delight.
Always.
Always. Okay. All right. Loki kept looking up in the kitchen. No, let me say that again. Loki kept looking into the kitchen and would do this little baby growl barks he does when he notices something. He's an Aussie Beagle, so he does this a lot. I figured, do I need to say that again?
No, I was just trying to think what an Aussie beagle. I know what a beagle is.
I'm going to show you a picture of him in a minute.
Okay.
I figured it's most likely Shitty Kitty doing what he does best and being a shitty kitty.
I remember Shitty Kitty from the last story.
Right. When I look over at Loki's crate and see Shitty Kitty's top. I don't know if that's Shitty Kitty 2. I don't think it's top.
A top, like you just said, the top of Shitty Kitty? I would say 2.
I'm going to read it that way and then I'm going to read what she says after because.
Okay.
I'm going to say laying on top. I think she wants laying on top.
Okay.
That's the word we're leaving out here.
Okay.
Take all that out, please. You look like a really serious burp was coming.
Gosh. Well, it was, but I was trying to be discreet. That's why I looked away from the microphone.
It looked dramatic, and I wanted to be here for it.
I didn't know you were looking at me. I thought you were reading. I thought I was like doing that. I thought I was on my own time doing that. You couldn't see. Rue wasn't going to hear. And then you call me out.
Okay.
I was going to let out so quietly.
Oh, sorry.
You stay in your lane. Focus on what you're doing.
Hey. All right. When I look over at Loki's crate and see Shitty Kitty sitting on top.
Oh.
We put a bed on top of the crate because he kept trying to steal Loki's bed in his crate. He is Shitty Kitty.
He is a Shitty Kitty.
So now it's kind of like bunk beds.
Yeah, that's so cute.
So clearly this cat isn't doing anything, but he is looking at the kitchen as well. I paused my movie and just listened. After a little bit, I didn't hear anything, so I played my movie again. Little more time goes by, and I hear floorboards creaking. Oh, I don't like that. So I get up and go to look. Both these animals had their heckles up.
Ooh, I hate that. Is like, makes my heckles go up.
And Shitty Kitty is doing the spooky cat arch walk back and forth.
Oh no.
Okay, you creep of nature cat.
Yeah.
So I checked the kitchen and front room, but didn't see anything. I go to sit back down and I swear, this part's creepy. I heard a soft growl from the front room behind me.
Ooh.
I kind of froze for a minute out of fear and then mentally slapped myself and said, pull yourself together. So I whipped around to look and nothing was there. Both the fur babies were still in the living room in front of me, almost like they couldn't walk through the gate that was open.
Ooh, that's weird.
I know. Both of them staring at the same spot behind me. Needless to say, my husband was very confused when every light was on and I was under the covers because it was too bright.
Oh,
Because she has migraine, but she's like, I still
yeah.
want every light on.
Right.
Not really sure what that was all about, but it was pretty creepy. I was watching either Harry Potter or one of the Despicable Me movies, so it's not like I was watching anything scary.
Hmm.
That was the first time I've heard that kind of noise here. I don't believe there was an animal out front. Our cameras would have picked up on it. I wasn't on any cold meds at this point, except Mucinex, I believe. Mucinex does not do any weird mental stuff.
Can mess you
No,
up.
you have no idea.
I mean, you have like some Bloody Marys and some Palomas, and then some Mucinex.
Yeah, I'm sure she was throwing them back with that migraine. I will start asking people at work for some spooky stories. Most likely, more than half will be fake. But hey, those are decent stories too sometimes.
I love it. That's
Shelby, don't give her any fuel.
Yes,
We don't
thank
get
you,
any
Shelby.
fake stories. Love you, ladies. Shelby. P.S. Shitty Kitty does have a name. It's Mooney. But like most cat owners, we call him other things. Shitty Kitty being the main one because, well, he's a little fucking shit monster. And then
cute.
there's a picture of the two little shits together. Yes, that is a pizza delivery pizza box warmer.
Oh my gosh.
For bed.
Look how cute.
Her dog
has blue eyes.
And eyeliner. Like the best smoky eye I've ever seen.
Right. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Look at Shitty Kitty. Definitely can tell that's a Shitty Kitty. Those eyes look like they're up to no good. Look. Oh, that is so cute. Shelby, we love you too. That is a great story.
I know. Let us know if we can post that picture. I'll reach out to you.
Super creepy. I'm wondering if it was like a small animal, like a raccoon or something.
You don't think she would have seen that when she turned around? A raccoon isn't that small.
Well, maybe a baby one, like a small one, a little bitty one. Growling. I don't know. Hope it wasn't a gator. Hope you weren't glued to that seat. I'm gonna say, like, I like how Shelby says at one point, like, I don't believe that there was an animal outside, but there could have been. That leaves a little crack.
She said that because she's like, I know what Megan's gonna say, but there wasn't one.
Yeah, but that she believes was there. That doesn't mean that it isn't there.
But do you really think? Like, I know Ellie would get alarmed, as in, like, I'm going to bark, bark, bark if there's something out there. But Ellie won't get scared of something out front unless it's a chupacabra or something actually scary.
But what if it was something in the walls? Like, what if it was some sort of animal or rodent or something that was kind of like scurrying? And, dogs can hear that. Cats can hear that way better than we can.
Yeah, but floorboards creaked.
Yeah, under the floor. It's like somehow on the floor.
No. I could go with you with a rodent in the walls because I've had that happen and it is very scary sounding. And Ellie, her heckles were up. But I didn't hear any floorboards creak. That's a pretty weighty.
Yeah, but also I wonder if for a minute, you're thinking something's in that room and your mind doesn't go to something in the walls or something under the floorboards. You just see your animals doing that. You turn it down and you kind of think, oh, did I just hear a floorboard creak? Sometimes you'll hear something and it's that question, did I really hear it or did I not? So maybe that's what Shelby thought she was hearing, but maybe it was some sort of animal or something that was behind the scenes that couldn't really be seen, that a camera would not catch.
I don't think so.
Well, that's why we have this podcast and we debate all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. The growling, like almost the fact that it growled right after she left, kind of like,
Here's my question. As a believer, what do you think that was?
A demon.
Like a demon?
Yeah.
There's just like a demon one night, just chilling out for a minute. Doesn't stay around.
Yeah, they're like, Shelby. I know that Shelby is like a badass all the time.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
Shelby's sick right now. I can really get in there right now. Her defense is low.
So these demons.
Yeah, they're always
they're just always lurking around.
Yep.
Waiting for our weak spots. And
sure.
that's it. They're like, oh, that one's
when
sick.
When there's badass as Shelby, they're like, oh, this is finally my chance.
okay, what if they're not badass like Shelby? Like, what if they're like me, who's 42, and I try to take something I shouldn't, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, this dumbass. They just like shake their head
Yeah,
and
they're
like,
like,
don't
she's
even
punished
bother.
herself.
Don't even bother. Maybe it was a demon.
Oh,
I really felt
my
possessed. I'll tell you
gosh.
that. I felt like the
Well, it
Exorcist
wasn't
for a
even the
while.
anchovy butter paste.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, yep, there you go. Problem solved. I'm not old. I was just possessed. Okay. Phew. I dodged that bullet.
Oh no.
Yeah. I wish it were that simple. I wish it were a demon. It were not. It was not.
No
Yeah.
way. A demon would take a lot longer to get rid of. You were high for a day. You were.
Aaron,
Can I say high for?
from 2 in the afternoon to 10 o'clock at night, I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, but demons could last for years.
Okay, let's go back to that then. Shelby's demon didn't.
Because Shelby regained her badass full immunity and was like, get out of here. And it's like, oh, you're right. Never mind. It's like when Ellie sees a little dog, she's like, oh, I'll get you. And that big dog comes by and she's like, oh, never mind.
That's a real dog, Aaron.
Shelby's
That's a
the big
dog that
dog.
you can see. No, here's my thing. This is not Gremlins. We're not
I've
living.
never seen it. I know. You do this every time I tell you that.
That's just horrible. How? I grew up on that movie. I watched that movie probably a million times.
I've never seen it.
I don't know if I even know you anymore.
I really want it to be streaming at Christmas time, and that'll be the movie
Oh,
that
it
we
has
watch.
to be. We have to watch that for movie night one night. I would
Okay.
love that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to say rodent in the wall. That's what I'm going to stick with.
All right.
Shelby and Aaron. I didn't say child this time. Booyah.
Random child at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say some of those Harry Potter movies
demon-like.
are kind of scary.
When she said that, I thought, you know what? One time I watched one, I was like, that was a little creepy.
Yeah, there are some creepy ones. They get a little spooky. That's why I love them.
Yeah. Except for it's like kid spooky, which is why I don't like them.
They get a little spooky. Oh, can I tell you this really quick side story?
Sure.
I was at the ballpark, as I always am now. I live there. And there was this little girl. She was probably about 6 or 7. And she was talking to her friend up on the top bleacher. And she had the cutest little gravelly voice.
Yeah.
And I just overheard them. They were really close to me. And she goes, hey, look at all those grandmas. And so I was like, well, now I want to see. So I looked over and there were a lot of old women watching their grandkids play. And she goes, they're kind of spooky. It was so sweet. I was like, oh, that was like me as a kid.
Right.
They're kind of spooky.
Yeah, like what would it be like to be that old? Or to be around someone
like
that old?
They were not spooky. They were just old ladies cheering on their kids. Look at all those grandmas. They're kind of
spooky. Oh, it's so cute. If I weren't so close to that age, it'd be even funnier.
Okay, moving right along. It's time for your story.
Okay, so we are going back to Old Faithful. We're going back to Reddit.
Okay.
And I love my Old Faithful Reddit user who tagged me. Remember, you Farsi fan 15? I don't think that's their name.
Every time.
I don't really know their name. I don't know how Reddit works. But Farsi fan loves me and tagged me in their final story.
They're gonna listen and be like, I mean, love is strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, went out of their way to tag me.
That's true.
I think that's like giving me great permission. Like, hey,
yes, for sure.
Right? Okay,
that's permission. I don't know if it's love.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's consent.
It is. They've got 3 more stories.
I really wanted to say I've consented without love before, but then that's not true because I'm such a virgin before I got married. Oh, what a lame life I led. It's fine. It's fine now.
That's right. It'll be fine. Okay. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle before I got going. Okay. So, Farsi fan, I think, has new stories.
Okay.
And I'm tagged to them. And I think we've got several here. So let's start with number 1 and see how far we get.
Last time we heard from Farsi fan, it was like the white devil.
Yeah.
At the trash cans.
Remember, we're very rural. Everything's very rural. And didn't Farsi fan also have the cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're right back here into the mountains. We're in the mountains in the holler.
Are we in Appalachian?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The title is Haunted Appalachia Part 3.
Okay.
And they say finale, But there's like 4 different stories in this finale.
Oh, man.
Right?
Okay,
So we're here
we
for
might
it.
have some more content for a while.
Absolutely. Okay. So, and it says personal experiences,
Oh.
just so you need to know. Story number 1. My dad and myself went to the rural country My dad and myself, that sounds weird.
My dad and I.
Well, but this, okay.
I know.
So, okay.
We do it all the time.
I know, but it feels a little more official because it's like it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. My dad and I, right? My dad and me?
No.
My dad and I.
I went, or me went. My dad and I.
Yeah. My dad and I went to the rural country cemetery located in the bowels of the mountains. This cemetery has been there. I just like the word bowels.
The bowels of the mountain. That makes me think of
poop. I know.
poop.
I know, but I think that like
the intestines.
The inside, like we're like down in the mountain.
I don't like picturing that.
Well, there you go. They're an author. That's how they wrote.
Okay.
I mean, it did give a visual.
Yeah. I'm visualizing a little too much.
Some things. Okay. Listen, stop judging Farsi.
I'm not judging Farsi.
Farsi, what? What's her name? Farsi. Okay. Anyway. Located in the bowels of the mountains, this cemetery has been there for at least 80 to 90-ish years. I always forget where it does not have punctuation marks. So sorry. For at least 80 to 90-ish years.
Wow.
The cemetery sits on a small hill with a very steep road going up, and only a very good truck with 4-wheel drive or an off-roading vehicle can get there.
Oh, brag.
Yeah, right. I've got a really nice truck that can
I'm just kidding, Farsi. I love you too.
No, you're really judging Farsi. Okay. It is located between a four-way stop. A four-way stop, you think? A four-way. What's a four-way? Not a threesome.
What's the next slide?
Okay. With only one home. It is located in between a four-way with only one home, a double-wide trailer located down the hill.
I have no idea. Just read it like that. Maybe everybody will get it.
Maybe they're smarter than we are.
I don't know.
Chances are.
Good chances.
Yep, you can leave all that in if you want.
Maybe in bloopers.
Right. It is located in between a four-way with only one home, a double-wide trailer located down the hill. It has been empty and for sale for about a year or two and was empty during the time of our visit. It has a fence and it has...
Did you break?
It has a fence encircling it.
Yeah.
A fence in?
A fence encircling.
Oh, encircling. That's got to be one word, right? It's not one word here. Encircling. Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe enclosing. Golly.
It has a fence enclosing it and 2 pine trees sitting in the middle of what? Sorry, Rue. I'm
Rue,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not. That's what we pay you for. Quit making me apologize to you, Rue.
I'm not. I'm never going to stop apologizing.
Okay. It has a fence encircling it. Oh, shit. I changed it again. Okay. And 2 pine trees sitting in the middle of it that... Stop.
I tried so hard. I'm so sorry.
Okay. And 2 pine trees sitting in the middle. Sitting in the middle of what? Oh, the fence.
Sitting in the middle.
Good
period. New rule. When you get a Reddit story, you have to go in and edit it in a document.
Fine. Okay. It has a fence enclosing it and 2 pine trees sitting in
the middle.
Stop.
You stopping.
Okay. I'm going to try. I can't promise. But it'd be more helpful if you wouldn't laugh every time I did.
I'm trying so hard not to.
Okay. Okay. Shh. Sitting in the middle where my family is buried at.
Oh, no.
I
really not very funny. Laugh. That's not funny at all.
Not very funny when I finish the sentence now, is it?
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize we were going to go visit Farsi's actual family.
Yep, we are.
Oh.
But I think like ancestors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Oh, wait a second. We're not too far. My grandmother and grandfather.
90-year-old cemetery is not that old.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And
I said wow, and then I was like, that was a weird time to say wow. I'm not that impressed.
And also by ancestors, I'm like grandmother and grandfather. So I'm like, we're right there.
Close ancestors.
Whoopsie. Okay, here we go.
Kind of like just sisters. I don't know. I'm trying to shorten the word. Okay. Get it together.
Get it together. My grandmother and grandfather are both buried there, as well as my uncle, whom had the haunted cabin in the previous story.
I remember that.
Yes. Has his ashes buried there. His ashes are buried there at the foot of my grandfather's vault. 3 other aunts and uncles are also buried there as well as my great-grandparents. We got out and went in through the chain-locked fence, and she said gate. I changed it to fence for no good reason. We got out and went in through the chain-locked. It says chain-locked. Okay. We got out and went in through the chain-locked gate that you have to pull apart and open from the outside. And we sat there at the grave of my grandparents for about 20 to 30 minutes, talking.
And talking. And then we talked some more because it was 20 minutes worth. Okay.
Of my grandparents for about 20 or 30 minutes talking. We sometimes like to walk around the grounds for a bit before we head back. You got time to read yours too. Let me just say that.
I know.
I didn't get time to read mine. Stop.
I have to pee. You want me to go pee?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sorry, Rue. You stay here. I'm not going to stop it.
Rue, you just stay right there. Listen to all this awkward silence while Meghann reads.
Oh, fine. I'll stop it. But then I'm going to have to send her 4 things.
We sometimes like to walk around the grounds for a little bit before we headed back to town, and today was no different. We walked around looking at the graves from the 17 and 1800s. So I think this cemetery is a little more than 90 years old.
Yeah, maybe
their ancestors were just there.
Oh, for the past 90 years.
For the past 90 years.
Okay.
But this is a very old cemetery.
Yes, okay. That makes more sense and is more impressive.
Yes, there you go. Right. As well as Cherokee graves marked by rocks at the very back of the cemetery. That's very fascinating.
Yeah, for real.
Would love to know the history behind that. I mean, I say that. It sounds cool. Sounds like I would like to know the history.
But if it's not twisted in some way,
I don't want to read like the history about it. That too. Like it's going to be horrible.
It's like, look at all these peaceful people who died of old age. Okay, but they're old and they lived a long old life.
Right. Well, and also whenever you have Native Americans, that's just not going to end peacefully. Like that's probably a really tragic history.
Right.
Important one to listen to, but mainly I don't want to read a history book. I would listen. I would watch a documentary. I would listen to a podcast.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to all of a sudden come across as ooh, I would love to go down and read a good book about. No, that's not me. Just want to clarify who I am.
Okay.
Don't want to mislead anybody. Okay.
I don't think anyone is being misled.
Just in case, be transparent, fully transparent. Okay. I got a frog in my throat. It's probably left over from last week. Okay. Suddenly, I find something odd on the ground by the flat grave marker of a grave from the 1800s.
Oh.
Okay. They leave out a word here, which makes this next paragraph very jarring. And then I go back and read it. I was like, okay, there's a word. So I'm going to read it first, just how it is.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
It was a large bare foot, at least 2 times. I'm glad you found this one.
That is terrifying.
That is very odd. At least 2 times larger than my own.
Oh my gosh. Totally amputated.
Right. As I'm reading this, I'm like, what am I reading here? I sat there stunned by what I was seeing. Its big toe was extremely large and round in the shape of a quarter, perfectly round. Its arch was very broad and curved, very sharply making the rest of the foot almost look sideways in appearance. So
Okay, so go back.
I'm
What
going to go
word have
back
we
and
left out?
read it the way that they meant to say this. It was a very large barefoot track, at least 2
Okay.
times larger than my own. I sat there stunned by what I was seeing. Its big toe was extremely large and round in the shape of a quarter, perfectly round. Its arch was very broad and curved very sharply, making the rest of the foot almost look sideways in appearance.
Huh.
Are you getting it? So like kind of skinny,
Yeah.
but like big
And
toe
kind
is
of like
there.
turned
Like
around.
like crescent,
Curved.
kind of crescent.
Yeah.
Whatever it was there the night prior passing through. I don't
Oh.
know how they know that.
I guess maybe just like it was
Like
a
it was
really
a
fresh print.
okay. I inspected the ground surrounding the rest of the cemetery and saw no other tracks. Nothing.
Huh.
When I got home, I told my mother what had happened. She seemed to believe me. I like this because like I can't believe my mom believed me. She seemed to believe me and my father, considering I had never lied to her about anything like that before,
Oh.
and could see the amazement on my face. Sometime later, my aunt happened to be visiting, and I told her about the track.
What?
Well, they just go on. Like, you just end it there, and I did, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
So cut that.
Yep.
Anytime we sound bitchy, please cut that.
Yes,
Unless we're bitchy
anytime.
to each other, and then
Oh,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, I mean, come on. Or if it's really funny. No, it's
No.
fine.
We want to be able to read the other stories from Fancy.
But you can put that
Artsy.
in. But you can put that in bloopers because first that could be about Shelby. You never know. It's fine. Okay. And what she told me was very creepy.
Mm.
She told me that when my other uncle, my father's other brother, was out there visiting the graves years prior, he had come home and said that something was in the cemetery.
Ugh.
He said he had the feeling that he was being watched and he was very creeped out by being alone back there.
Why does this thing with a big footprint like the cemetery so much?
Well, remember your theory about Bigfoot burying their own?
Yes, I do remember that now.
Yeah, like what if Bigfoot
What if
saw
they
people
mark their graves too, but they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, we can't read these. They must be Cherokee
by
stones."
flat stones? And
Oh my
we just assumed
gosh.
those must be Native American graves.
Oh my gosh.
Dig it up. I'm kidding. That's awful. Don't do that. It was a little extreme.
That was so so loud.
Oh, yeah, also.
Oh my lord.
Sorry for breaking your eardrums.
Oh my gosh, that was terrifying. It was so deep.
Dig it up. I can go deep when I want to.
Oh my
Oh,
lord.
no.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and nothing to debunk.
Yeah, no, totally Bigfoot. Or what else could it be? What kind of track could it be?
I
Like
mean,
with a toe that's perfectly
yeah,
round?
perfectly round toe. What a weird
Because even like a
description.
jaguar or something or a jaguar. I don't know jaguars. What about them? I think I was thinking bobcat.
I mean, they're
Anyway,
probably jaguars.
I don't hell if I know.
I have no
I know
absolutely no
I know
idea.
it's a car. I don't know where an actual jaguar lives other
I
than
don't
the
know if
zoo.
they're like in
And like,
Africa or if they're in Appalachia. No clue.
who knows? No one out there, not a soul out there knows. Nobody
There's
knows.
no way to find out either.
Nope, no way. But anyway, even that's like an oval, like kind of tapers at the end.
Yeah, like all toes I can think of.
Yeah, except this one's perfectly round.
Yeah. Oh, I love that weird detail.
And twice the size. That's the other part. Twice the size of this person's foot. Now, I don't know this person. I don't know how big
Do
or
they
small
have
this
creepy
person.
little tiny feet like
I
you?
knew you were going to say my feet. I don't think
Meghann
so.
has the weirdestly tiny feet.
There is nothing wrong with my feet.
How
They're
big are
just
they? What size?
small. They're size 5.
They're so tiny. I'm insecure about how big my feet are in comparison to you, which is why I'm lashing out. But
Oh, okay. I was like,
really,
but
I'm an average 7.5. But your toes, your
yeah,
little
here's the
feet
other
are
part
so
though.
teeny
Yeah,
tiny.
because you're making my feet sound real weird right now.
They're adorable.
They're cute.
They're
They're
cute,
cute little
teeny
feet.
tiny
They don't
feet.
look weird. They just look small.
They do look like
Hey,
little baby
on a grown person.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They are perfect.
No, they're
You know my
cute
hands.
feet.
You know how small my hands are.
I know we've done this before on the pod, which no one can see.
That's really weird. Why would we
I
do
don't
that?
know, but I know
Why
we've
are we
done
doing
it.
it now?
I
It's
don't
so
know.
quit being weird, Aaron. Talk about little appendages. Okay. Anyway, this was not little though. I'm gonna guess this person let's say this person had your foot. Imagine 2 sizes up from your foot.
Okay,
So
I
that
have
would
a
be like
question.
a man's foot, like a 14.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Can you just double the size and then it's like I wear a 7. Let's say I wear a size 7. Is the double of that just a size 14? Because that doesn't
Oh
seem
no.
outlandish.
Here's the thing. Shoe sizes are all weird. You know
Shoe
how
sizes are so weird.
like why all of a sudden are we going to a 13
Yeah.
and then I go back to a 1?
Kid sizes are stupid and they
Screw
make
me
me
up every time.
angry. My
Me
in-laws called me this week
too.
and they were like, "What size shoes are they wearing?"
No
I'm like,
idea.
"Who knows?
I
I have
take
no
them,
idea."
hold their foot up. That's it. That's how I do
I know.
every time I shoe shop.
I know. I hate it. I hate shoe shopping.
Mhm.
Because of my kids mainly, but also because I got real wide feet and that's a problem. But
Oh, you
whatever.
should try my feet. They're great. They
Oh, you
just slip right
dirty
into
little hoe. I know I got wide feet.
Oh, I
That
have wide
sucks.
feet too. Man, now they're really sounding weird. Teeny tiny and wide. That's kind of like me, my whole body. Oh, it's fun.
Oh man, there have been so many good titles tonight. Teeny tiny and wide.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if like just a size 14 is a big foot for
It
sure.
sounds like a Bigfoot.
But it's also I've met people with
Yeah.
huge
So,
feet, but
and I
never
don't
perfectly round front toes or such
like a
a big
weird
arch.
curve. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's definitely a Bigfoot.
Well, is it Bigfoot? Because it also makes me wonder, like, why is Bigfoot's foot so curved? That almost seems like a sloth, like a weird, like
Oh.
I've got a curve. Do we have like a new sloth monster out
Oh
there?
my gosh, please let there be a new cryptid that we've just discovered
Yes.
through this email. So really we didn't, but
Right, but that would be so cool. Yeah, or like a Yeti. Does a Yeti have a weird, like I'm imagining some like ape kind of like?
oh yeah. Well, that could be Bigfoot.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't know exactly what Bigfoot's feet look like because nobody's sure we've seen
True.
it.
But I feel like an ape has flat feet.
Yeah.
This sounded curved, which is a whole new
Unless
cryptid.
maybe it was walking and was like, somebody's coming and it ran and then we have like a movement print.
So many things could be happening in this scenario. Here's my thing. I'm going to say it's a new cryptid that we're going to call the bowels of the mountain.
Oh, mountain bowels.
Mountain bowels.
I like that one. I like that better.
Yeah, I do too. The other day I saw mountain bowels out there. Ew, it's so gross. But it kind of works.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, new cryptid.
Okay. Wow. Great story. Thank you, Fancy Fart. I love you. I really do. I do no idea what your name is.
Yeah,
Something
just
about that.
well, you
Fancy
just send us
farce.
a
Farcy
message.
fans.
Can you direct message on Reddit? I think you can.
Okay, I'll send them a direct. I know that I talked to them, which
Yeah.
is why they keep.
Just say, what's your name? What's your name?
Yeah, or do you want me to say your name?
What's a name we can call you that won't put
Do
the word
you
fart in it? Because we
mind
do
us
every
calling
time.
you the bowels of the mountain bowels, or farty fans?
What if
Fancy
they're
fart.
Bowser, like in Mario Brothers.
Bowser. So
Okay,
cute.
sorry.
Okay, we're going on.
Okay, it's time to wrap this up.
Oh, it is. Are you ready?
Listen,
Okay.
before you do that,
Yes.
that story was the setting of that story was in Appalachia.
Uh-huh.
And just as a little tease, the TikTok we're going to post in just a minute is from Appalachia as well.
Ooh, okay.
So we're going to post that tonight. So you will have already known this if you're following us. But if not, then get over there on TikTok. And follow us.
Yeah, please do. I mean, we have a lot of fun on there.
It is a lot of fun.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how TikTok works or what I'm doing, but I
if
laugh.
I've got like 17 people liking it, I'm like, we have made it.
We are famous.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and if you share it, I don't even know what we'll do with ourselves.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, if
get
you don't
outta
like
here.
it, just put our name out there. It's fine. Listen.
Yeah, just comment on it. You know, we've got our faithful few who are always like commenting, aka Melinda. Melinda always comments. I love it.
Melinda.
Oh, and somebody, it's a Be Good fan favorite, tagged us on somebody else's feed, and then that person started following us. That bigger creator was like, "Oh, I'll check them out," and then started following.
Very nice.
I'll let you know who they were after I double check, and then you can make them a fan favorite.
Awesome. Yeah, please do, because I need someone new after tonight.
Okay.
Okay. So I love this. I love this because this is me. Like, this reminds me a lot of how I'm not announcing I'm fan favorite tonight. I love this because I am fan favorite tonight.
Finally.
Not what I meant. I just meant that the lovely fan favorite Anne and I are spirit sisters. Do you know Anne? See Anne?
Oh, yes, I have seen Anne.
Right. Anne is very present in a lot of things. Definitely a listener. I asked Anne back in January.
Okay.
Right? Crickets.
Okay.
Didn't hear anything. In fact, no offense, Anne, I kind of forgot I asked you, but it's fine. It's fine. I shouldn't have just left that out, but I didn't. Anyway, April 25th. Anne writes, "Oh, geez. I can't believe I just saw this message. I'd be honored to be your fan favorite if you still need one."
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
As long as we're going.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And Meghann wants to carry this tradition
hey.
on, and I do too.
Yeah, you do. It's a great tradition.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love it. I love it so much.
It's so narcissistic just to keep this all about ourselves. We need to make this about other people.
It's my favorite part of the whole episode every week.
It should be.
And I do love Anne. I want to
highlight Anne for a minute.
Yes,
I quit talking about ourselves. Anne. Okay.
You quit talking about ourselves. Good grief.
You keep talking about
just on and on.
Bowels. Okay.
Not my bowels.
Okay, Bowser. Okay. Anyway, so, and then I think I said something like, I don't even know if you listen, but I must have said something like that because Anne writes back, and I do listen every week. Y'all are my favorite podcast.
Oh, really?
I know. Mind blown, right? Yeah, same here.
Okay, great. Thank
same
you.
Here. So then, of course, I'm like, once a fan favorite, always a fan favorite. What can I plug for you? And then Anne writes back, we've taken injured birds that we found. Well, first Anne just puts a link. Thank you. Puts a link there and then says, we've taken injured birds that we found to them, meaning this link. Not to the link, but to like
get it together, Meghann.
You know what I'm saying? What is it called?
Oh,
that might help me.
Yeah, look up the title
that
of the
might
place.
Help me. Okay, well, sorry. I thought I could see. Good grief, I need readers. Okay, read that.
Well, they didn't pick. Welcome to Claws, Inc.
Okay.
Very frilly.
Yes.
Font.
I mean, come on. I'm not shaming them. Okay, hold on.
Not Anne, but Claws,
not Anne,
Inc.
but Claws, Inc.
If you want to really help birds, get a better font.
Let's hope you have younger people reading your website.
Oh, only younger people say birds.
That's
other people are like, it's a bird. Remember, like I tried to say a bird. Dad was like, just kill it. It'll be fine.
You said just kill a bird?
No, Dad did. I was like, Dad,
what
do I do? I found a bird that's injured. And he was like, oh my gosh, just kill it. It's going to be dead in 5 minutes anyways.
My jaw is dropped. Dad said that?
He did.
That's awful. When you were little, Dad said that?
No, I was an adult. I called him an Owensboro. I was like, who do I call if I found a bird that's injured?
Well, not Dad.
Not Dad. You don't call Dad.
That's awful. I'm going to be mean to him next time I see him about that.
Good. You should.
Yeah.
I've never forgiven him.
Yeah, you should not. That's awful. On behalf of all birds out there, I can't read this website, but I will rescue them.
I really kind of thought you were going to be like, I will fuck you up. But like, no, about Dad.
Yeah, him, not the bird. That's extreme.
Please don't do that to Dad. He's so old.
He is so old.
His bones I'll take him to be brittle.
Anyway, okay. Listen, Anne, we're so sorry. I
don't know what's happened.
I don't know why anybody listens.
A better pace, but we didn't.
We did not. I did not.
I promise you we didn't.
Guarantee I will never do that again. Okay.
No, that's not true.
We've taken injured birds here.
That was right.
Okay. We've taken injured birds to
claws.inc.
Okay. They've taken any wildlife. Okay, I should just do that again. Sorry, Rue. We've taken injured birds to this. Why can't I do it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird moment that's happening.
Okay. We've taken injured birds to Claws, Inc. They've taken any wildlife. Nope. They've taken any wild animal that's vulnerable, including all of my favorites, hawks, owls, buzzards, and possums that are often overlooked. Recently, they took in and rehabbed. Recently, they took in and rehabbed to the wild a pregnant possum who left with all her babies riding on her back.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
I knew that would get you.
That's so sweet.
It is so sweet.
This might be my favorite charity we've ever
Right?
picked.
I want to see a picture of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I can go back to that
All
website.
I can picture is Doc McStuffins and that episode with the possums because
Yes.
I'm a mom and I've watched that episode too many times.
Yes, they're so sweet. They're so cute. Big old boys out there.
Big old boy, I've seen him. He's big.
He's a big old boy. Okay. And then, I mean, I don't even have to read this next part, but I will just because it's very flattering.
Okay.
Y'all are the best. I'd be happy just to listen to the two of you talk and laugh with each other about any topic. The paranormal is just the cherry on top.
Oh, girl, you should come over to Patreon. Join our movie nights.
Yeah, come on, Ann. I mean, listen, we talk a lot.
Yeah, we do. And we've got a lot of extra bonus on.
We do
Patreon.
have a lot of extra bonus. We love to give out unsolicited advice. And when we can't do that, we, laugh it up.
And we talk about who's the asshole or not.
Yep,
it's usually
right.
Meghann.
It's always me. Always me.
Okay, well, Ann, that is so great. I wonder, I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
I said a lot right there, but I'm going to check that out and see if that's like an everywhere thing.
Yeah.
Because there have been times where I've been like,
what do I do
about this? There were like bunnies. I found bunnies that were, their mom hadn't come back.
Yeah, I remember that in your garden.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't do anything. And then they seemed okay.
Gary Clem.
They went. I know. I've been. What is that? Clouded. I've been
jaded,
damaged. I don't know. Right. But, anyways, they were eventually taken care of. Like
by a hawk.
A bunny came back, I think.
Oh, okay.
And so I stopped. I took it off my agenda.
Oh, good. Okay, well, marking that off.
I would have been kidnapped otherwise. If I had just taken him. Oh, that poor mom. That poor bunny mom would be like, I went for food.
I went to have a drink with my friends for one night, and I come back.
Yeah. Anyways, but it is good to know there are places to call. So thank you for that. Yes. And thanks for listening, Ann.
Oh, yes, Ann.
You're our favorite, too.
You are our favorite.
At least for tonight.
That's right. Live it up. Live it up while you can, Ann. Till next week. We come with it. Thanks.
Well, are we high right now?
No, I am not. Maybe it absorbed
in
my skin, and then you were tired when we got here.
I was real tired, and now I think everything is funny, but not because of anchovy butter paste. It's just been beer. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening.
Yep.
If you would like to check out our website, we would appreciate it. It's myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. You can write in. You can find our P.O. box. If we ever do another live event, which hopefully that'll happen soon. So
that'd be great.
I said that.
We also say that we don't know.
Yeah, and
we don't have anything. We don't have anything in the.
They make me real nervous, and I don't like them. But if Meghann organizes it, I'll go. I'll be there.
Yeah, you will.
So, anyways, you can find out all that there. You can also write in at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can help us out a ton just by leaving a review, rating us, letting people know about our podcast. That helps so much.
Mm-hmm.
The more people we have listening, the more stories we get, which we love. And you can follow us on our socials, Facebook, what else? Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
And I feel like I said it all.
Okay.
Rate, review, subscribe. I said it. Yep.
Okay.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
And we'll wait.
Sorry, Room.
Excuse me. I burped at softball, right? I said, excuse me. Like I was by myself. Nobody was near me.
Okay.
And the little girl who had just gone off, her mom goes, what did you say? And I was like,
oh,
I burped. And then I said, excuse me.
You couldn't have just made something up.
No, because I was like, she thinks I was like talking about her kid.
Oh, no.
That's what my first thought was, because she, Germantown, I love them, but they're a little rough over at Germantown. I was like, I was not commenting on your kid. They did a great job. I really was just saying, excuse me.
That's funny.
To myself.
So now she's like, that bitch made that up.
I know, it sounded more made up than what
hate
actually
when that happens, because it's like, no, I promise. And then you just sound like you're double downing and lying.
Oh, man. Oh, that wasn't very long, but that could be a little bonus blooper.
Yeah, there you go.
For 1 week.
There you go.
More awkward times with the sisters.
Mosey on, y'all. It's Appalachian.